What's going on, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. You guys see the title, the importance of understanding when something or even someone has served its purpose. Guys, this is so important. This is so important. You must understand when something has served its purpose. I was gonna make a video about this. I had it on my notes, and then a guy called me. He was like, "Bro, we need this video like right now." I'm like, "Fuck it, we need this video today." When something has served its purpose, what that means is that it's happened, or that it has happened and it's time to move on, right? I'll give you guys a great example. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe. But if you guys are not new, I moved to Texas, but I was in Oregon for 4 to 5 years. My time in Oregon has served its purpose. My placement in Oregon, whatever, served its purpose. But me trying to overextend my stay, me moving out my apartment, getting another apartment in Oregon for 7 years, now I'm there for 10 years, now I'm there for 15 years, I'm like not using what Oregon was for its purpose. And what its purpose was for a small season of my life, post moving out of my parents' home, moving up one state from California. It served its purpose, bro. Like me trying to squeeze out every ounce of juice in Oregon when there's no juice left to be squeezed out. That's me. I'm looking for the word, but I can't find it. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I cannot find the word I'm looking for. But that's me not using that situation correctly. Let me just put it that way, right? And the reason why you must understand when something has served its purpose is because you never want to stay in a situation longer than you should stay in a situation, right? And the reason why I say something or someone, because something serving its purpose I'm not gonna lie, it's apparent in like moving certain places, having certain jobs, but it's no bigger than when it comes to dealing with people, right? You've been with this woman for a couple years, the relationship is a little rocky. That relationship has served its purpose. That relationship has given you a little bit more game on women. That relationship has given you a little bit more experience, right? That relationship is giving you more experience, like I said. And there's nothing else to even be said about that, because maybe that situation didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, but it gave you more experience. It served its purpose. Your purpose was to experience. Your purpose was to get your feet out there, right? But now you're trying to overextend that relationship, right? That relationship is 2 years. You know that you're not supposed to be in that relationship. You stay in it for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You're not understanding that relationship has served its purpose. It gave you experience. It's time to move on, right? When you can't move on from certain situations or certain people, it means that you don't understand when something has served its purpose. I was talking to a guy, and I might make this a whole video, but I was talking to a guy at my Planet Fitness who worked at the front desk. And he might even be watching this video because he found me on social media. But I talked to him for a second before I left, and I didn't feel out of place doing this, right? I really didn't feel. I pulled him aside, but I was like, he's younger than me, and I see a lot of potential in him. And I told him, you know, you can't be doing this for that much longer, right? You know, this is a temporary spot, and there's much more for you to do than just this. He's in great shape, probably even better shape than me. I told him so. He didn't believe me. He's like, oh no. I'm like, bro, you like, we don't really have conversations, but we've talked a little bit on and off. I remember one time he tried to interrupt me doing my workout. I was like, bro, I gotta work out. So he knows I'm very blunt. He knows I wouldn't just be talking. So when I told him he has a better physique than me, I'm being serious. And the reason why I said that is because I want him to be able to maximize the skills and the tools that he has and leverage them, use every unfair competitive advantage he has to be able to become successful. And I'll make a video about that because that's extremely important, right? But he understands from the conversation I got from him, he understands that the job that he has working at Planet Fitness right now, that there's a purpose for that. And serving the purpose for like what we're talking about in this video, in that situation, serving his purpose is him using that job as a stepping stone, but not making that a career, because people make certain jobs that shouldn't be careers, like working at Carl's Jr., like sweeping the Planet Fitness, like it could be anything, bro. Working at McDonald's, whatever type of like very entry level job that for 99.99% of you guys would not bring true fulfillment. People would try to make that a full-time job, not understanding, or a full-time and lifetime job, not understanding that they're not using that job for its purpose. I've had to work small little jobs. The purpose of those jobs was for me to be able to make my own money at the time, right? It was for me to fund my tattoos, and it was for me to fund my business, right? Those jobs all served this purpose. Me trying to overstay certain jobs that I've been in longer than I know that I should be staying in them is me not understanding what the term serving its purpose means, right? You staying in relationships longer than you should stay in relationships, right? You staying in a small town or even in a city, in an area, regardless, that you know that you were only supposed to be in for 3 years, for 5 years, but you end up there for 15, 20 years. Well, you don't understand when something has served its purpose. And when you don't understand when something has served its purpose, you will not be able to squeeze everything that you can out of life. The reason why is because you keep on squeezing from a very specific and minute part of life that has nothing left to squeeze, okay? There's so much that you can squeeze out of life, but if you focus on this one thing, and after you already squeeze everything you have, I don't know why I'm doing that. I should never have been doing that. After you squeeze everything that you have out of that specific part of life, right? And everything's off of it. There's no water, there's no residue to come off that situation anymore, right? And you're still squeezing. Well, you're missing out on all this other shit. You don't understand that has served its purpose. You gotta move on, right? You have to be able to figure out what people, what positions, what places, all the 3 P's, right? Positions, people, and places. I just made that up right now. You have to be able to determine what can you get out of that? What is this used for? And you have to be able to move intentionally, right? Not everybody's supposed to be in your life for 20, 30, 40 years. Not every place you're supposed to stay in for 4, 5, 6 decades, right? To get a home in, to build a family in. I know Oregon is not a place where I want to raise a family. It's not. But that's just me. It might be different for you. So you have to understand what the purpose of this person, this place, or this position is. And you have to move accordingly. You have to understand the purpose for that position, that place, or that, what's the other one I said? Position, person, or place, right? The purpose of those 3 things is gonna look different person to person, okay? So the purpose of Oregon, like I just mentioned, for me, was what it was, but for you, the purpose of Oregon might be that family. It might be that, right? I've worked certain positions, like I mentioned earlier in the video, that I knew that it was a very specific purpose that those were meant to serve, and after those had served this purpose, I had to move on. But truth be told, some of those entry-level jobs that a lot of you guys say, or even I say, doesn't really seem to bring a lot of fulfillment, there's gonna be people that are gonna have to work those jobs. So that might truly be like serving somebody. Somebody might overstay a job, but it might still be serving its purpose for them, right? Maybe not. Most likely it's not, but it could be. Somebody sweeping a Carl's Jr. for 15, 20 years. On the surface level, I would probably say that it's not serving its purpose, but depending on the situation and depending on what God has in store for them, it might be serving its purpose. They might need to be at that Carl's Jr. sweeping floors for 15 years, right? So you have to be able to have the discernment to figure out when something has served its purpose. And you have to have the mindset that not everything is for you. Not everything is for a lifetime. All these small little tidbits I can throw at you guys is understanding that everything has a purpose and you must understand when things serve its purpose. Like all these little sayings, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you probably heard them before. Like dudes will say like, she's not yours, it's just your turn. I don't like that saying, and I'll probably make a video about that because it would be good to tell you guys why I don't like that saying. But what they're saying is that the woman had a purpose in her life, and that purpose has been served, and now it's time to move on, right? So from that perspective, I'm not mad at it. Okay, from that perspective, I'm not mad at it. Understand when things have served its purpose and move accordingly. Okay, I'm in this video because I got some stuff I gotta do, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you guys want to build a strategy, call me, join my coaching, access my ebooks and programs. What else I got? Or get any personalized plans, check the description. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're not new, you should already be subscribed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.